You're doing all the drills, all the running, all the lifting, conditioning, everything, but you still can't break long touchdown runs. Don't worry, because we're gonna fix that for you in this video. So make sure you stay tuned and watch the full thing, because I mean you don't wanna miss this, and you don't wanna keep having those 30-yard runs where they're like, oh man, he's open field, but you know, hey, he ain't taking it to the house. They gonna catch him somehow. So if you wanted to learn how to actually start breaking those long runs, so you can be like the elite running backs, we talking about the elites, the Derrick Henrys, Saquon Barkley's, Jahmyr Gibbs, those guys getting caught? Nah, I don't think so. Alright, so this sounds like you. Definitely stay tuned, watch this full video. What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here at The Sides with your guy KJ, helping running backs elevate and dominate the game. And today we have a special one for you today, because I'm gonna break down what you need to do and how you can start breaking long runs so that, guess what, you're a real threat on that field. And now instead of getting caught at the 30-yard line, you're taking it to the house and it looks better on your stat sheet. All right, 75 yards compared to 150 yards is a big difference. All right, especially on less carries. Yards per carry gonna be up here. All right, so let's get into that and like kind of how to break long runs, maybe why you're not breaking long runs, and let's see if we can even fix that for you. All right, but before we get into the video, man, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. As you see, we're almost at 2K, so help us keep climbing and keep getting there. But obviously I understand you didn't come here for my subscriber count. You came here so how you can start breaking long runs. So I'm gonna get straight into it. All right, so the main reason why you are getting caught in open field is that you just don't have top end speed. I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, I made a video about how acceleration is critical for running backs, which it is, but obviously to break long runs and long touchdown runs, you need top end speed, and not having top end speed just comes down to weak hip flexors. To be honest, your hip flexors are probably super weak, and hip flexors are the muscles that connect your hip to your quad and pretty much controls how high your knee lifts goes and everything like that. So when you accelerate, you might reach that top end speed pretty fast, but you're not able to hold it because your hip flexors are weak. Okay, so in order to fix that, you need to start strengthening those. All right, that goes to working on your core, doing core work, doing workouts. When you do a lot of core work, it's all connected. Your core is connected from all the way from your chest all the way down to even your quads. It's all connected to your ankles, really. It's all connected. So doing core will train your hip flexors. All right, having some core circuits. Another thing you do is doing dorsiflex workouts with a resistant band or a speed band. Get you one of those little small little bands and start doing dorsiflexy workouts. Put it over your foot and hold that dorsiflexion for like 30 seconds. All right, you have a good band. Trust me, them 30 seconds gonna hurt. All right, you're gonna really feel it. But you need to work on that so you can build up that top end speed, because when you strengthen those hip flexors, you're able to hold that top end speed better compared to when you right now. The reason why you're getting caught because you can't necessarily hold it. It's just too much. Your muscles are not strong enough. If you look at it, Tyreek Hill, you look at guys like Jalen Waddle, Devon A-Chain, Jahmyr Gibbs, they don't lose no speed. Okay, they're able to maintain as much speed as possible because their hip flexors are quite strong. And another thing is, the reason why you're probably getting caught in open field is that you're too tense. Okay, a lot of you guys, I always tell you guys to run track. When you run track, they teach you kind of how to run relaxed if you got a good coach. Now, if you don't got a coach and you just tell you, hey, just run some laps and hey, you will see at the track meet. Well, I'm sorry, but a lot of times track teach you how to run relaxed, and a lot of things that you guys can open field is like you're trying to, hump the air like Adrian Peterson, which it worked for him. But guess what he also did? He also ran a 10-3 in high school. So I mean, he can hump the air as much as he want. He can be able to all he want. But for you guys, I mean, you guys want to be relaxed. You want to be in open field. You want to run fast, but you don't want to feel like you're using all your speed, because you just want to just feel relaxed. When you're not tensed up, your body's able to carry that top end speed longer compared to when you're tense. You're all this and that. Your body's all tight. It's tense. You can't keep accelerating, which while you're getting caught, you're actually gonna slow down. And you're gonna slow down, and that guy, that safety, is gonna catch you and they're gonna be like, oh man, this and that. All right, so you need to relax, not be tense, not be too tense at all. And also, when you're not too tense, you actually have good running mechanics, which the next thing is having proper technique, running form. You need some knee drive. All right, you need to make sure that your dorsiflex toe, that toe is up when you're hitting striking the ground. You make sure you're striking the ground, bow. It never should be hanging down, this and that, because you're on the ground too long. When you're on the ground too long, it's not creating enough force for you to bounce back. When you have it up like this and you just bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay, and that's it. That comes from running, bro. I mean, you have to run track. Run track is a good way to learn running form, but also if you didn't run track, you could still do, but I think it's the best way to improve your form is doing resistance sprints. Okay, doing hill sprints, sled sprints, because those teach you the natural running form, because you're having resistance against your waist, your body, this and that. So whatever running form you had before, which is incorrect, that running up a hill, you're not gonna be able to run up that way. You can't just run up a hill like this. You have to have a slight forward lean, knee drive, being able to dig, dorsiflex, your your foot's naturally dorsally flexed up because you can't just go up a foot with your foot hanging down. It's literally impossible. It's gonna be naturally up because you're going uphill. So doing that over again to improve your running mechanic, and then increasing that top end speed, working on your hip flexors, working on those that will help you improve so you start breaking those long touchdown runs. All right, and then also adding that pushing your hips through. A lot of you guys, and I was one of them. I know I said a lot of you guys. Well, I should just say me. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna say me. My problem was when I got open field, man, I was running like I was sitting in a wheelchair, bro. I was out there looking like a handicap sticker, meaning my hips were all back. I was all just pulling through my hamstrings. So I was sitting back like in a chair, and I'm just sitting back and I'm reaching pretty much instead of pushing. When you're sprinting and getting that top end speed, you want to push. That means pushing your hips through so you can be in an upright stance so your body can be in a symmetry, basically in the line. Once again, I wasn't Spelly Bee champion. I wasn't any of that. But it wants to be in a line. When you're sit back and you're kind of in a chair, you're reaching, which can be prone to hamstring injuries. Which is the reason why my sophomore year, probably put my hamstring like 10 times in one season, track season. But you want to be upright, push your hips through. When you push your hips through, it allows you to have that natural cycle. So your legs are gonna just boom, 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 boom. You'll be able to hold that form, and you're gonna be able to carry that knee drive. You're gonna be up and right. You're gonna do what they call a triple extension. When you're power cleaning and you get that triple extension all the way up here, that's when you have the most force is pulling you up. All right, that's what you're training your power clean for. Get that triple extension. You want to run with that triple extension. If you sit back, how many guys power cleaning and your butt's back and you're doing it? You probably can't power clean that much. But when you push it through in that triple extension, that's when you're up there. Now think of that triple extension. Now when I'm running, pushing my hips through. That's how I like to look at it. Push my hips forward, as in my hips is like damn near the first thing out, and I'm doing that. It's gonna be able to help you hold that top end speed. And that's all just technique, bro. That's all running form. That's all stuff you can train and get better at. So remember, look into these things. Is the reason why you're probably not breaking these long touchdown runs. Okay, and then last is that probably lack of conditioning. Okay, a lot of times is that you might not be able to have these long runs. You might be getting caught just because you're just not in good shape, not in the best shape. Like you, that's one thing about football, and I like a lot of my guys. I told you guys to run track is because you track your running. The shortest sprint is 100. All right, and obviously the longest sprint in football is probably 100. The longest workout you're probably gonna do in football is 110s. That's probably the longest you're gonna run. All right, outside of that, you're doing a lot of 10-yard sprints, 20-yard sprints, so it's not long. In track, the shortest thing is 100 yards. So you're really going like a lot of 200, even 400. Okay, so it's a different type of conditioning. If your body's not meant to be able to sustain that top end speed for a long period of time, and that lactic acid builds up really fast in your body because it's not used to having that, but that's a lot of reason why you're slowing down. You're just not being in that proper shape to be able to carry a football in shoulder pads 70, 80 yards, which takes a different thing. It takes a different gear. It takes a different type of conditioning. It's hard on the body. So being in shape, trying to get in better shape, when you're doing conditioning, start actually like, don't just go through the motions of conditioning. Test like run fast. You don't want 10s. Practice like if you were breaking a long touchdown. Okay, even when you're tired, find ways to push through to get extra wind. Okay, to be able to put yourself in better shape. So when you're in the game, you can break those long touchdown runs where even if you break a long run, you're not on the sideline for half the game because like, coach, like no, you're able to get back up. You might have another one. Okay, being in better shape will allow you to have that, be able to hold that top end speed because your body's not gonna be as tired. You'll be able to, what you're gonna do, push your hips through. You're gonna work on your hip flex to get your hip flex stronger. This is all stuff that goes into congruency to help you have better top end speed, which will help you have longer runs. So now I'm gonna help you be able to, okay, like you said all this stuff. You said I gotta work on it. You said I gotta do this, but how do I actually do it? So I'm gonna show you how. I was the guy who I ran a 4.7 at a camp in JUCO, and I trained myself to run 4.3. Okay, a lot of things I do to increase my speed and help me get faster. All right, one of them I mentioned was running hills. So that's one thing that helped me work on my natural running form is that I ran a lot of hill sprints. Okay, a lot of resistance sprints. That helped me get the proper mechanics that I needed to be able to run when I'm not running up a hill. So doing things like that. Training my hip flexors. Okay, I had the same problem. I couldn't hold that top end speed longer. So what did I do? I started doing more core work. I started doing more hip flexor work. Okay, I started doing those things over and over again. I'm not saying abuse it. Just say something you do every day. You can't, just like top end speed, just like fast twitch stuff you can't do every day. You only do this a couple times a week, but if you do it for 3, 4, 5 months, a year, you're gonna improve that top end speed. Your hip flexor is going to be a lot stronger. Once again, when I was in conditioning, I was taking conditioning very serious. I was focused on being able to sustain those long runs. So that means if I'm conditioning, my job was that whatever the first rep I did, I wanted my last rep to be the same goal. Okay, a lot of you guys, when you do conditioning, you start off super fast, but then you die down, you're not gonna get more conditioned because your nervous system is so crashed that you're not able to put in the work to be able to have good lung, be able to increase your lung capacity, because that's what you're doing. Conditioning, you're increasing the lung capacity. All right, how much air can your lung be able to take in? When you start off high and you burn out at the end, you're going really slow. Well, at the end, those conditioning doesn't really matter because you're not actually going the right speed to even push your body. Your lactic acid build up too much acid. It's building up too much stuff that you can't even be able to have good conditioning. So I want to be able to sustain and have a sustained workout. My first rep is gonna be like my last rep. Okay, it's not gonna be no fast. It's gonna be sustain, working on improving, holding that top form, being able to hold that top end speed. All of that will help you improve and be able to start breaking those long runs. And then when you get to practice, okay, start practicing long runs. When you're doing any drill, instead of just giving a burst, give it 10, 15 yard burst. When you're doing plays with team, instead of just getting a little 5, 10 yard burst, like finish on top of the defense, run 40 yards downfield. That's going to get you in better shape. Yes, it's going to be hard, but it's also going to prepare your body to break long runs. So when you get out open field, your body's used to it, okay? You're not going to be able to be used to what you rep out. If you rep out long runs, we're going to start producing longer runs, okay? So that's one thing. Let me like finishing in practice. You hear the stories of Zeke Elliott when he was at Ohio State with the Cowboys. He was finishing down the field scoring, okay? You hear Antonio Brown, even though he wasn't a running back, but they say he caught a ball, took it to the house. Jerry Rice took it to the house. All these guys, they did all that, and guess what? They had long touchdowns in their career. You want to be able to start practicing having those long runs, building that lung capacity. All of that will help you start breaking long runs, okay? So this is all I got for you guys. This is how you as a running back is going to start being able to have those 70, 60, 80 yard runs that you probably have not been having in the beginning call, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're a running back out there and you're like, man, I like what you just did, I like how you just broke that down, and I'm ready to step up my top end speed, I'm ready to start breaking long runs, don't worry, because you could join our premium coaching program where we help guys not only just improve the top end speed, but pretty much be a dominant running back, improving your vision, IQ, pretty much making you a pro. It's for guys who are serious, elite, and committed. All right, so it sounds like you definitely can click the link down below. We could book a free strategy call where I can give you some advice for next season, and then we can see if our program's even a good fit, because it might be, but also it might not, because it's a selective group. We only select a few guys, the only guys who are serious and ambitious and want to master the running back position, because that's what it's about. It's about running back mastery, how to master the position. So no matter if you have top end speed or maybe if you don't, you still can be effective and still go for 1K, 1500K, I said 1500K, 1K, 1500 yards, this and that, by applying the principles you need to be elite. So that sounds like you. Click the link in the description down below. This is all I got for you guys. So definitely apply these things, start working on them, and you will start breaking longer runs.